people came to Jesus to hear him and to be healed of their diseases. And Jesus blessed them. These words of blessing, known as the Beatitudes, we hear on the sixth Sunday in ordinary time. It goes as follows. Blessed are you poor, blessed are you that hunger now, and blessed are you that weep now. To be poor, hungry, and weeping. It is written on the daily page of life of so many people. Of someone who blesses us in such a condition, much is expected. But see, if we look into the life of Jesus who pronounced these words, we cannot but conclude that he too was poor, hungry, and even wept. Jesus wept, we read in John chapter 11, verse 35. By pronouncing these words of blessing, Jesus was very much the prophet, because the full verse sounds, Blessed are you that weep now, for you shall laugh. And so it is. Jesus, the first fruit of those who have fallen asleep, is now in his kingdom where every tear is wiped away. It is this very kingdom which is promised to the poor in the words, Blessed are you poor, for yours is the kingdom of God. This surely justifies that we as Christians are people of hope. It was this hope which drove the great multitude of people to hear Jesus and to be healed by him. Naturally, when you are very sick, you struggle to stay alive. Because truly, we are made for life. We are made to live. Jesus, with his words and actions, proved to be this source of life. And so we can even say that naturally the people were driven to him, to draw life out of him. Remember, when the woman who had bleeding for 12 years touched Jesus, that very moment, Jesus felt that power had gone out of him. Literally, Jesus said, Somebody touched me. I felt that power had gone out from me. This power was nothing less than life. Life in all its glory and wholeness. Truly, life comes from God. Or should we say, life is a participation in God. After all, our God is a God of the living. And through baptism, we have become his adopted sons and daughters, whole and fully alive. This leads us to the famous quote attributed to Irenaeus. The glory of God is man fully alive. No wonder that Jesus pronounces such an abundance of blessings in the Beatitudes. I have seen many people weeping because of their sickness. And many a times they ask for the sacrament of reconciliation because they connect their sickness to sins committed. This is not necessarily so, as in the case of the man who had been blind from birth. The disciples of Jesus asked, Who sinned, this man or his parents? Neither he nor his parents sinned, Jesus answered. He was born blind, so that the works of God might be revealed in him. In other words, the man was born blind, so that the glory of God might be revealed in him. Indeed, to count your blessings in sickness is not easy. It is only when you laugh again that you come to realize it. Blessed are you that weep now, for you shall laugh. The Son of Man had nowhere to lay his head. If this shows the poverty of Jesus, then we can easily recognize ourselves in it. So many have no roof over their head. the shortage of houses is big, also in this our country. But this poverty seems not to be a hindrance to Jesus. On the contrary, riches, the opposite of poverty, is put in a completely different light. Woe to you that are rich, for you have received your consolation. Whereas the poor are blessed, for theirs is the kingdom of God. This makes us wonder, what are the riches in poverty? These riches are exactly to be free from the material drive to possess. A freedom which makes you open for the fruits of the kingdom. See that bullion van with millions of naira which was attacked in Ibadan last week, leaving many people dead in its wake. These armed robbers are rich now. They laugh and their bellies are full. But for how long? The writing is already on the wall. Woe to you that are rich, for you have received your consolation. Woe to you that are full now, for you shall hunger. Woe to you that laugh now, for you shall mourn and weep. Many a times I think the results and effects of doing bad are so obvious and many a time instant. What about your daily ordinary life, which you try to do as good as possible? What about those results and effects? It took me some time to fathom this. But are not those fruits the peace of mind and the rest you enjoy? These fruits are very much signs of the kingdom of God, promised to the poor. Blessed are you poor, for yours is the kingdom of God. For sure, this peace of mind and rest cannot be expected in those who do evil. They rather feel the woes. Have you seen this picture of a small hungry boy stretching out his hand to heaven, calling out, "Father, you promised us our daily bread. I want it now." Food, it is so basic and still so scarce for many. We have heard of those who wanted to be close to God. They went into the desert. There was no baked bread. Their bread was Jesus Christ, who said, "I am the bread of life." This has not changed. Jesus Christ is still the bread of life. He is still life-giving. If you truly want to be blessed, trust in the Lord. In the words of the prophet Jeremiah, "Blessed is the man who trusts in the Lord, whose trust is the Lord." And the beatitude is not far from this. Blessed are you that hunger now, for you shall be satisfied. Truly, the Lord takes care of his own. It is for you to make sure to remain his own, and you will be blessed.